Pregame.com.
College Bowl action, Iowa versus Oklahoma in the Insight Bowl. Brian, I'm joined with Brian Leonard and Marco D'Angelo. I'm going to take the lead here on this one. We talk about bowls, and part of my handicapping in the pre-bowls, the smaller bowls, or the toilet bowls, whatever you want to call these, is motivation. You know, some teams are happy to be here, some aren't. If I'm the Oklahoma Sooners, how can you possibly be motivated to be playing in the Insight Bowl? Here's a team that at the beginning of the season, national championship aspirations. I mean, to rank number one, the whole 9 yards, everybody, Oklahoma every year. Then they stub their foot, toe, whatever, against Texas Tech. Looks like everything's done. But as the season starts falling apart, they're back in it. Everything fell right in their lap. All they had to do was beat Baylor on November 19th and then their arch rival in the season finale, Oklahoma State. And they're going to be playing for the national championship. What do? RG3, tremendous game, upsets them. Now they're out of it. Okay, so now you take a deep breath, you wait a week, you got Oklahoma State up. Well, we can still go to a BCS Bowl. Let's beat Oklahoma State, we go to a BCS Bowl. What happens? Oklahoma State beats the snot out of you. What's left? That's where I start on this one.
Yeah, I agree. And if you followed Oklahoma over the years, it's something that we see every year. I think they're 1-5 against the spread the last 6 times they've been to a bowl, unless they're playing in the national championship, because really that's their goal every year.
Right.
It's a lesser bowl they go to, and you can definitely tell that that's not a team who wants to go to these smaller bowls. They've suffered major injuries. Their 2 best skill position players are out for the season. And it's a situation for Oklahoma that they needed to beat their big rival. They were blown out by their biggest rival. There's definitely a lack of motivation. And unfortunately, I didn't get in on this game early, and I'm with you. I like the underdog here. But now the starting running back for Iowa has just been suspended today. The news came down. The line shot back up to 14. I love betting on teams that have suspensions. One of the things as a coaching staff you have to worry about is, are these kids going to treat this as a vacation, or are they going in on the mission? And number one for Iowa, they get a chance to play a Big 12 team, a big name school in Oklahoma. And the Big 10's actually done pretty well in bowl games. And I talked on an earlier video, the Big 12 the last 5 years, 33% against the spread in bowls. Mm-hmm. So it's most of the teams from the Big 12 are big offensive teams.
No defense.
Don't play any defense. The Big 10 is really a real physical team, real physical players. And Kirk Ferentz of Iowa has been an excellent bowl coach. You give him extra time to prepare, he gets his team ready.
You want to know how good? As an underdog, 6-1 to the spread in bowls. 5 of those 6 underdog covers, he won outright.
I would even add in, coming out of a bye, I think he has a pretty good record. He's just one of those coaches, and I take a look at this. Carroll was always that good when he was at USC. Going into the season, your first game of the season, because you have time to prepare, coming out of bye weeks, and in the bowls. And that's how you can really tell how good these coaches are, because they've got extra time to prepare. And I'd much rather have them. Bob Stoops, you take a look at, do that for him. He's not a very good coach when it comes to that. He's a very good recruiter. He's got great players. But when you enter the season, you want to play for the national championship, and now you're playing a mid-range team from the Big Ten in your ball game. It's not a lot to be excited about.
In not a situation you want to be laying 14 points with. You touched on the suspension. I love when, like you, when they're suspended. I used to say that in one of the coaches, I know everybody makes fun of him now that he's on ESPN, but I love Lou Holtz as a coach. This is a guy that could get a team ready. And I used to swear he would purposely suspend somebody in the bowls just to get the attention of his team. And when you do it far enough in front of the game, you know, we're taping right now on December 21st. This game's being played December 30th. There's 9 days before they play. So they're going to have all of their adjustments and everything. But what he's accomplished with that suspension now is the rest of the team is focused now. We can't screw around. We lost a key player, and everybody else, we're not going to be out partying, and they mean business. So I love everything you said, and I'm going to go ahead and make my play here. I don't know if they've got enough talent to pull the upset, but given that stat that he's 6-1 as a dog, and 5 of those 6 wins against the spread were actually outright underdog wins, who knows? He could pull it off here, but I'm definitely going to grab the 14 points with Iowa. That's my video play. It's not my best bet, but we're going to go with Iowa plus the 14. Keep this thing close against Oklahoma. He is Brian Leonard. I'm Marco D'Angelo. We'll be back with more videos, and don't forget, you can always continue the conversation by going to pregamevideos.com, where we have the big mega thread. Everybody will chime in on all of the games, and you can ask us questions. And again, we are taping these videos, a week out on some of them, so things can change. If you have a question or a line move and how we think about it, be sure to jump into that thread and ask us. Thanks for watching.